48-hour visual murals. And how that happened was the day of September 11th. The planes hit Yuri and I were working on this mural. And I painted this eagle, goldfish, bluebird, and chicken. And those are the state birds from where the planes took off from my grandmother. And this native Baltimore would say that when you die, your soul is lifted closer to heaven by birds. So that kind of represented that to me. Yuri, Giuliani all day was saying, you know, it's not the Muslims, it's not the Middle Easterns, it's the terrorists. Notice that we didn't have any Middle Eastern flags on this wall. And I thought we had flags from every region of the world. So we started painting the Middle Eastern flags up here. And some students aren't a lot, but enough were throwing stuff at us, you're not American, and shaking the lip. So I painted rips in every flag on the building. And I painted this eagle's nest right here. I put it on the front of the boat and interwove it with all the rips of the flag, symbolizing that the eagle flew out, ripped the flag, brought it back to its home, which is America. All the different immigrants that make this beautiful country. And that was 48 hours straight when they worked. Right after that, 10 firefighters were honored at Beaver Stadium in New York City. There's 4 guys over there, these 4 guys right here. And they went across the street, they're like, yo, Mike, come on, we'll be there. Went over and drew a picture in a napkin real fast. And I was a firefighter, put 22 in the helmet, wrote a poem for the guy, so I saw him. A week later, Tony Martin sent me a photocopy of that back with a picture of his cousin. And they were identical, and it was fire station number 22. So I painted a big picture for the firehouse for a Christmas present about that. And ever since then, I've been going out fighting fires with them, having a good time in New York. But they honored me with 2 crosses made out of steel of the Twin Towers. This is one of them. The other one's in my mural in State College. But when I put the crosses up, I ground the back of them down and saved all that metal. This is my friend Mary Ellen, who died in the towers. So that's ground zero there. The water's coming through her family. And then Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Darwin, Taoism, Muslim, and Buddhism, and the different religious leaders from that scene came out and painted the metal from the back of the cross over all these symbols. It goes up into the Purple Heart. The towers have 198 rooms, 1 room for every country of the world that's on. And it goes up to where it says, never forget, and those words are supposed to look like they were always there. The ones with the angel wings in the scene died in the line of duty. This was my last 48 hours in State College, so he's the bridge between the 2 worlds. So this is my friend Jonas, who's still with them. The tiger here represents Oslo, Norway, and the flowers here represent the children who were just killed on the island, and we're working with students that actually move people from the ones with the halos that naturally accidentally, like Scott Worthington here sadly was in a water skiing accident, but you know, this is wife's handprint, daughter's handprint. So anytime you see handprints in people, there's somebody directly related to Rose Miller here, from Melbourne. Ryan Austin was killed in Iraq, and you can see his father gave us his Purple Heart down here that's embedded in his heart. Or Afghanistan, I'm sorry. Symbols of honor, liberty, loyalty, peace. You know, mom, dad, guys like so forth. Paul Free still in the Arizona Pearl Harbor. Larry Wilcox alive today, so there's heroes on there without or with us. He was a police officer in years 4 years. We're going to film a stage here. So we can have blues festivals, jazz festivals in the parking lot. But in the stage, there's a guy looking at us in the orange right there. His name's Gene Landon. He's going to have a halo, sadly. But he's a famous artist, or was a famous artist. His stuff. He's a wood carver. He redid the Liberty Bell, the base of the Liberty Bell, with the Liberty tree. And he's made things for 4 presidents with the Liberty tree. And he gave me a piece of it about this big that I've had soaking now for 2 years. Got it veneered. And in the stage are going to be 13 stars right here made out of the Liberty tree. And the Liberty tree is where the Revolutionary War starts. So when people are playing here, they're going to be playing right from where America started. Chuck Rowan. Chuck up there. Every 4th of July here, across the river, is the largest flying American flag ever. And he's one of the people responsible for that. Abram Howard here is the other angel. And he sadly was lost in Afghanistan last year. Up here is Ted Lyon, First Navy SEAL. And over here is George Carnevale. And in World War II, the boats would come up on the beaches and get stuck there before they even got to the beaches, they'd get shot. He's the guy that invented the crane to help pull those boats up onto the beach. He's going to be looking over here at a guy named George Lockhart, who is the guy that noticed the planes coming in Pearl Harbor that tried to warn people. That's also from Williamsport. Kyrie Hall, the young man who sadly died on the basketball court. Kyrie loved B.B. King. He got to see B.B. King when he played across the street over here. He also loved the Nutcracker Suite. He was all about unity, so he's got the rainbow colored shirts. These are his friends' handprints, or family handprints. Kids from the center. The letters are from, people that just come every day and write more and more letters. I don't know if I said that, he liked the Nutcracker Suite. This is his coach, Alan Taylor. His little brother, Altamar. The day he died, he goes outside and there's a halo around the moon. His little brother sees him, it's that glove. He's like, Mom, you gotta see this, Kyrie's an angel. He comes and sees him on the mural. He's like, I told you he was an angel, I told you. And he's running around. So I'm gonna paint the moon and the halo right there in his eyes. And when I'm done with that, I'm just gonna write the story about the moon again on down here. Paul McCullough worked here for North Central Pennsylvania Conservancy. And he's an environmentalist. He saved Babs Creek here in the area. This flagpole that we got is going to be embedded in the ceiling here. Injury walls also, he's an environmentalist. He did trails and trails. And he was the head of my board for my school for many years. Barack Obama. When he came on his campaign trail to Williamsport, he went to the center and prayed with Melody Russell up there, who was the director of the center for our kids in the area. Sadly, about a week later, her house burned down and she lost her dog. So when he was nominated as president, I brought that panel to the center. The kids put their handprints around it. When their hands are wet, they put it in a paper, wrote letters to her, how great of a teacher she is and how sorry they are. And it became an art healing kind of project. Flight 800 over here. If you're familiar, in Montoursville, sadly, there were 16 students, 5 teachers that went down on that plane. They were heading to France. And so their names are there. The doves represent them. The handprints up the side are from my international kids. And when their hands were wet, they put it in paper, did the same thing, wrote letters to the families in their languages, and then translated them. And now we're making a book out of it to give to each of the family members. One of my apprentices on the mural. So most of my apprentices are painted around the mural. I usually have 1 or 2 students working with me. She painted all these stones right here. She also painted the marble on the Flight 800. She's now not an apprentice. We hired her. She does work for us. That's her grandfather was hired about 10 years ago. No, it's 13 years ago now. He was stopped in a robbery about 100 miles from here. This guy comes flying through the door and puts an axe right into him. He's got nerve damage. He's in a wheelchair, but the guy that wheels him around in the wheelchair is the guy that did that to him. So when we got out of jail, they went to church together. So it's a true story of forgiveness. She's holding on to a picture of the guy and the word forgiveness going through it. It's important stories from small towns everywhere. Ron Woodruff here, Amazing Skates. He did the first movie at Loyal Suck High School. He got the Academy Award for Death Becomes Her. He did Aliens vs. Predator, and special effects. And that's one of his creatures from Congo, holding on to his Academy Award. And he's going to actually make a movie here now, which is really cool. Williamsport. These are lumber barons. Of course, Williamsport, one of the reasons it's very popular is because of Millionaires Row. When this used to be the richest, the most rich people, I guess, in the world, or in the United States, who are here in Williamsport. These are some of them. Dwight Lewis was the seed of the mural. He's the one who came to State College and got the support from me that convinced Lycoming College to have me come up and do the lecture. Mr. B. Brown at the B. Brown Library. Mrs. B. Brown's over here with the books. And sadly, when you're doing mural research, especially, well, actually everywhere, women were forgot about, like before the 40s and 50s. And she was the one that actually decided to do the library, got the volunteers, did the whole thing, of course, with money behind the lumber barons. So the famous sculptor that we're working with, we're going to do a grant to try to get her bust as well next to his bust that's on the library, the B. Brown Library. This is the mill, that's a whole bunch of mills I just made into one mill. That's what South Williamsport used to look like with the Dodge mill, the booze. There's the new clothes. Remember I said about Daniel Hughes? Daniel Hughes was the canal boatman. And we got to get this side of the mural coated too. I don't know if you noticed that. These portraits are fading.
Are they fading?
So Daniel would bring them up on the canal, hide the slaves on the boat. As soon as a guy named Updegraff who had a building right up the street here, and Updegraff's up there in the black pointing at him with the black tie, bow tie at the top. And Updegraff's looking at this guy Joseph Graffius here with a pipe. And there's a little stream here called Graffius Run. You might have noticed it on the outskirts of town. Graffius would take him up over the mountains to Elmira, New York, where the Quakers there, then would take him to Canada to freedom. There was about 28 amazing stories on the Underground Railroad, and the reason we know that is because of a teacher. It's great research at Lycoming College, and her name is Lynn Estamon. And if you go onto your website, you can see a video. It's called, I think, Follow the North Star.
Follow the North Star.
So what we're going to do, and a lot of the stories here, Little League Baseball, Everyday Heroes, Education, it's just not enough room on this mural to put all the stories. I'm going to paint Daniel Hughes, who was a 7-foot-tall African-American Cherokee, walking off the mural. The first one I'm going to paint 100% of. The second one I paint 75% of. And another artist will paint 25% of it. The third one, so on and so on. And so Daniel walks into the wall about the Underground Railroad that artist is responsible for 100% of it. Then that artist, I found an abolitionist that was a doctor. That doctor will leave that wall, go to another wall by another artist about medicine and so on. We found a guy for medicine, that's education. And the art styles will also change. So, and that's how the world mural works too. When we go to these different countries, we have artists that will be leaving the murals, going to other murals, and stuff like that. We're hoping that this will be kind of a really good educational tool to help change education around the world. Because it's embarrassing almost as an American when we go to these different countries, how many people we don't know about from other countries that, Europe, Max Monos, Ibsen, all these great writers, these great, that we don't really teach in our schools. So we're hoping that this will be a way to kind of bring everybody together. Peter Hurdick House. Have you guys anybody been there? It's an amazing restaurant right down the street. It's a great place for a date. He was the biggest millionaire, the biggest lumberman in town. If you look up Hurdick in the dictionary, you'll see what he invented for the trolley. In 1858, he put $2 down next to everybody's drink at the bar, spent over $20,000, and the next day became mayor of Williamsburg. That's why on election day today, the liquor stores are closed. This is the Koch family who have the Bullfrog Brewery. And they were my family actually here, my second family. They hosted me. I lived on the second floor, or third floor here for 2 years. And everything was free, food, beer. The beer was a bad idea. But I stopped at that for a little while. You can see too where the portraits aren't done yet on a lot of the murals. It's kind of like rolling that rock up the hill. It's like it seems like an endless job. But thankfully, Yuri Karabach, the guy that you met in there, he's an outstanding artist. He's moved up here to help me finish this. And now I'm a partner of mine in the business. And so you're going to start to see next spring a lot of these things are going to come a lot quicker. Charlie Holmes, local musician. Eventually with the guided tour that you'll get on tape or, with the iPhone and iPad, different local musicians will be placed, and then background music that you hear on that will be their music. Also, we're opening a coffee shop back up over here, so that when you come in, you can buy local musicians, music, that kind of stuff. Help support our shop. Cookie for sale. If you ever hear the Triangle Restaurant, he was part of that, owns that. But he also boxed Cassius Clay when he came to town, Muhammad Ali. But he was Cassius Clay at that time. So across the street, I'm going to put Cassius Clay boxing back at him. I don't know who won, depending on what Italian family you talk to, get that story. But a great family. His daughter is also going to be on the wall. Mary Slaughter had the first elder home in the community here, and also the first orphanage. And she was the head of the suffrage movement. Sister Henry had the first soup kitchen here. They fed up to 1,400 people at a time. Also, they freeze-dried cauliflower, broccoli, all kinds of stuff and send it to third world countries. I had to bribe her to get her on the mural. She was like, no, but she was also nominated by a lot of people. So I said, sister, her church is St. Anthony's. I said, I really wanted to put St. Anthony on the mural, but I'm not going to put him on unless you go on too. And she's like, oh, okay. So that's St. Anthony above her with her eyes. She said her eyes changed from blue to green so you can see the two different styles. Another apprentice of mine, Terry Kimura, who just graduated from Smith University. And her father was the Asian man over there that got me started, so he's across there from her. You can see he's got the painted all these vegetables. Moore here, sadly, right after September 11th, was thrown in jail for 2 months because he's Pakistani. There's what happened all over the country. It was called racial profiling. But he was a straight A student at Penn College and a great employee at Small Rock Brewery, so that's why we decided to put him up here. And about 6 months ago, he was here with his father from Pakistan, and his father was holding him, crying, looking at the mural. So it was really nice. Oh, up here, Superman. Superman is Isaac Thompson, also goes by Isaac Purnell. Isaac died about 3 September 11ths ago while I was painting on my 48-hour vigil. But he was supposed to die 6 years ago. He had a brain tumor. The Muslim community really came together for him in this area. So you can see the Muslim moon and the star there. In Arabic, which reads this way, it says Allah, most gracious, most merciful. And that's what you see above every mosque, delicatessen, owned by a Muslim family. His handprint is in him. On Black History Month, I brought that panel in the center, and kids read Maya Angelou quotes and then put their handprints in the quotes, and then into the wall. We made a book out of that for him while he was at the hospital. And then the handprints in him are his family, of course, and himself. Up there is the Fibonacci, that blue circle, which is one of my favorite parts of the whole mural. And what Fibonacci, if you might have heard of it, Da Vinci Code. I didn't put my thought on. But Da Vinci Code is this is the basic principle of it. You have 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 plus 3 equals 8, and so on and so on. And that makes the nautilus like the seashell forever. And so if you look at the Davisha Man by Da Vinci, you know, that's like this. Your eye goes around that painting like this. Michelangelo and other artists of that time took it and they repeated it. Then they reversed it. And that's the sunflower, the golden means. So if you look up here, you'll see every game fish from Pennsylvania swimming the Nautilus to a guy named Donald Gephardt, who's also an environmentalist, saved a lot of our streams. In Philadelphia, where they're actually going to put buildings, he helped making the park. The brook trout's on the opposite side because that's our state fish. The blue circle is that circle that I was telling you about. This part. So if you look at these little people here, the Plankton family, it goes like this. This is for Henry. If you look at red on the mural, I'm starting to bring it so it goes like this. So that's how it was directed. But the unique thing about this mural, the stories I'm telling you are also Fibonacci. So people's stories are placed onto that chain. Musicians use it for music. So Bressler, who was the guy at the beginning there, if you look next to the guy, the Native American, if you go up and look, on that pillar, you're actually going to see his face again in the paint. So he was painted there, and because it didn't work in the story when I was giving tours, it kind of stopped the action. I painted him out, moved him to a different section. So that's happened about 20 times on the mural where people have moved. They've been painted in one spot. And I remember waving across the street. This guy here is Filipino. The first guy to ride the wheel of death like the end of the state. His wife, and also was an ace in World War I. This is his wife here, and she would trade paintings to, or rent for paintings from a guy named Severin Rosen, who's our most famous artist in this area, stuff in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. But there's never been a photo of Severin Rosen. He was a still life artist. So across the street, I'm going to paint him with his back facing this way, painting one of his still lifes and reaching for the apple from her floor. Her daughter, who's still with us today, is Andre Phillips, who supports theater here in town, but also philanthropist in the arts. When she was 6 years old, she danced with Gene Kelly across the street over here from Singing in the Rain. So she's up there across from them dancing with Gene Kelly up on the thing with the umbrella out there. And there's a lot of visitors in Williamsport, like Martin Luther King, Yo-Yo Ma, Mark Twain, Katharine Hepburn, Ella Fitzgerald, Frederick Douglass, Foy, Helen Keller, Bethune Douglas, Tallulah the Bankhead, Carl Sandburg. Carl Sandburg and Jim York. This is Sean Thomas. It's hard to see with the light today, but Sean Thomas from Hughesville there was the first in the area to lose his life in the Afghan-Iraq conflict. He's up there holding his daughter, his wife sleeping underneath him. And right after that, on his birthday, they came and got a tour of the mural, and they came up on the lift, and the wife's handprint, baby's footprints in his heart. You can see the uncle's handprints in the sky up there. And they said it was one of the, the best days since he died that they've had. And so it's kind of interesting with this kind of art and healing, it's great if you can put a smile on somebody's face on a day that they didn't think that they was. And that's the most important thing about the art we do. This is Millionaire's Mural. There's a whole bunch of houses I just put together in one big house. This is the Beasley family who have the Peter Hurdick house. Bob Ellion up there with his wine glass is the head of my board now. And he's doing amazing stuff for the school. The black cat, just a woman came. Her cat had just died from the area that used to run around these neighborhoods. She was begging me for a cat up there. This is the first 3D painting ever done. I'm the first 3D artist with Anaglyph with red and blue. When you put 3D glasses, you can go into it. The inks I used are fading, so I got to go back and redo it again. That's Carl Stotts, though, and that's in there with his wife. He's the originator of Little League Baseball. He was walking towards his two nephews here, tripped over that lilac tree, hit his head, blacked out, had a vision of kids in uniforms, and that's how Little League Baseball started. His daughter gave us parts of the tree that we're actually going to add in there. The tree above his head there that's bended, that's a map of the Susquehanna River, so each of the branches is a different branch of the river. His head is the perspective point. Everybody on the course has something to do with Little League Baseball, and they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the vision or a stop, except for the musicians. And that's Billy Ross on the top up there, who's a local dancer here. They call the Polish Bojang. Don't look like who they are. And they're actually the two up there dancing with a halo. That's Blaze Alexander. You might know Blaze car dealership. That's his son, who was a race car driver who died in a race car accident. And his wife, who died the same year, so they're dancing together. I'm going to change them here into the ballroom dancers that do the ballroom dancing in town. I just couldn't make it